So we are dealing coordinate system, and from the last few classes we are discussing different special problems. Okay, right. In last class we discussed about ortho center, subcom center and everything, and in this class we are going to discuss different problems related to the incenters and excenters. Okay, and its corresponding discussion. Right. So from simple to complex problems we are going to discuss, and this is the first one. So 0, 0, 20, 15, 36, 15 are the vertices of a triangle. Then we need to find the excenter opposite to vertex A. So we need to find excenter opposite to vertex 0, 0. Three vertices are given for a triangle. You just sketch the rough diagram for that. You may consider this is the triangle. So take this point as 0, 0, and you just consider this point as some 20, 15, whereas see this point as 36, 15. Very clear. So we are, the question is to find excenter opposite to 0, 0, and I am taking it as A. See, now our target is to find excenter opposite to A. That in the sense I suffix A we need to find. What is the formula to find excenter? Since it is opposite to A, the formula is this: minus AX1 plus BX2 plus CX3 divided by minus A plus B plus C comma minus AY1 plus BY2 plus CY3 divided by minus A plus B plus C. Well, okay. That's the formula to find excenter. But to use that formula, what we need? We need the vertices x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 along with a, b, c. Small a, small b, small c. What are those small a, small b, small c? They are the sides of the triangle. So, first of all, you just identify this a as x1, y1, b, x2, y2, c, x3, y3, and then we need to calculate small a, small b, small c, which are the distances between this is of sides. Okay, find AB distance, mark it as small c. Find BC distance, mark it as small a, and find AC distance, you just mark it as small b. Okay, so this side length BC is small a, which is simply this is 20, 15, this is 36, 15. So what is the distance formula? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. See, these two values are same, 15 and 15. When you use distance formula for this directly, 36 and 20, so this value is 16. So A value is 16. Very clear, okay? Difference between 36 and 20. Okay. Now, distance between 0, 0, 36, 15. So AC, this distance is considered as small b. And we need to calculate small b. Small b is equals to square root of 36 square plus 15 square. Square root of 36 square plus 15 square. So 36 is 3 into 12. 15 is 3 into 5. So I have a chance to rewrite it like this. Square root of, when you common out 3 square, this is 12 square plus 5 square. I think we are all familiar with the 12 square plus 5 square as 13 square. So this is 3 into 13, which is 39. So small b is what? 39. In the same way, we need to calculate small c. Small c is distance between AB. Just I am writing here. Small c is distance between these 2 points. So 20 square plus 15 square we need to calculate. That is equals to square root of 20 can be written as 5 into 4, 15 can be written as 5 into 3, you just separate 5 square, so 5 square into 4 square plus 3 square, and 4 square plus 3 square is again 5 square, okay? Okay, so this is 5 square into 5 square, 5 square into 5 square under the square root gives us 5 square, so the value of C is what? 25. So since we know the vertices of the triangle, use distance formula to find the sides. Okay. Small a, opposite distance, opposite side length opposite to a is 16, side length opposite to b is 39, and side length opposite to c is 25. So at the end we have all the requirements, small a, small b, small c, along with the vertices x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Now use this formula to find. So this is equals to minus ax1 minus 16 into x1 is 0 plus b, which is 39, into x2 is 20 plus c, what is c? 25 into x3 is 36 divided by minus a plus b is how much? 39 plus c means 25, comma. Similarly, we need to identify this minus ay1. Okay, minus a is 16 and y1 is 0 plus what is b? 39 into y2 is what? 15 plus c is 25, y3 is 15 divided by minus 16 plus 39 plus 25. This is what we need to calculate. You just calculate it. How can you see what it will become? So this is 0, left it. 39 2s is how much? 78 and 0, so 780 plus 25 into 36. 25 into 30 is 750, and then 6, 25 6 150, so that is 900 divided by 39 minus 16. 23 plus 25 is ultimately 48. You just check it, okay? Right, comma, here this is 0, 39 into 15 we need to identify. So 15 3s is 45, so 15 into 30 is 450, and 15 into 9 is 135, 550, 585 I think so. Plus 25 into 15. So 250 plus 75 is 325. Divided by, again it is what? 48. So that's what we need to simplify. So calculate 900 plus 780 is 1680 divided by 48. And then here 585 and 325. So when you give 20 here, it will become 600 and then 3, 900 and then 910 I think so, divided by 48. So what is its value? 1680 divided by 48 comma 910 divided. So once again just look here, 25 into 15 is not 325, it is 375. Since it is 375, you need to add more 50, so it will become 960. So now 48 2s is 960, then it is comfortable. So when you divide 1680 with 48, it is 35, and 960 by 48 is 20. So 35 comma 20 is the x center. So this is the formula, and this is the way how to use that particular formula. But to use that we need what? x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, which are already given. Along with those vertices we need small a, small b, small c, sides of the triangle. So calculate it using distance formula. So apply it and then you will get your answer as 35 comma 20. Have a look. So have a look. For this problem, vertices of the triangle is given. A, B, C are given. Internal bisector of angle A meets side BC at D, and we need to calculate that D. Right. So actually, as a theory, while discussing all the concepts, already we mentioned you about internal angle bisector theorem and its statement. From there we concluded the formula for internal incenter, similarly for excenter. In previous problem A, we found excenter opposite to vertex A. Similarly, we have formulas for excenter opposite to vertex B, excenter opposite to vertex C, as well for incenter also. Okay. So if the problem is a direct one, directly if the question asks you to find incenter or excenter, you will use that formula, you will complete that problem. But see, this problem is somewhat different. Their formulas won't work. We need to think and we need to apply the concept of geometry, and specifically vertical angle bisector theorem. Already we mentioned it in the theory class, right? Now, As I said, this class completely related to incenters and excenters and then corresponding discussion. Okay, you just look at the diagram, look at the question, and I am going to give you the rough sketch. A, B, C are the vertices of a triangle, so you just take a triangle. Name it A, B, C. As the question says, internal bisector of angle A. So what is angle A and what is its bisector and what is internal angle bisector? That's what you need to know. This is internal angle. Bisector in the sense a line which is bisecting that angle. Okay, that means these two parts are equal. That internal bisector meets BC at D. And the question is now, what is D? What are the coordinates of D? That's what we need to find. Right. See, as they given, the vertices are 2, 3. So this vertex is 2, 3, and this B is given -2, -5. C is given -4, 6. A, B, C are known. We need to find out the coordinates of D. For that, I am going to utilize internal angle bisector theorem. Okay, you may say VABT, vertical angle bisector theorem, specifically internal angle bisector theorem. Okay, both are same. So it says that this ratio is equals to the ratio of these two sides. So that bisector theorem states that BD by DC, okay, internal angle bisector of an angle divides the opposite side in the ratio of other two sides. As per this, BD by DC is equals to AB by AC. AB by AC. But what is AB? As we know, AB is distance between those 2 points, AB. So use distance formula. X2, X1, okay. 2 minus of -2 is 4 square plus 3 minus of -5, 8 square, divided by AC, and again square root of 2 minus of -4, 6 square plus 3 minus 6, in the sense -3 square. So you just calculate it. That is equals to 8 square is what? 64. 4 square is 16. 64 plus 16 is root 80, divided by 6 square 36. 3 square 9. 36 plus 9 is how much? 45. 36 plus 9. So square root of 80 by square root of 45. So just think about it. This 80 is 16 fives. So this 80 can be written as 4 root 5. 45 is 9 fives. So it can be written as 3 root 5. So cancel out that root 5s. You left with what? 4 by 3. So now at the end, this BD by DC is 4 by 3, just by using this particular BD by DC as AB by AC. From there we conclude that this ratio is 4:3. B is known, C is known, ratio is known, then what to say about D? So that D is now section division formula. M x2, 4 into -4, N x1, 3 into -2, divided by M plus N, 4 plus 3, comma, M y2, 4 into -4, N y1, see not -4, okay, sorry, M y2, right, 4 into 6, plus 3 into -5, divided by 4 plus 3. Section division formula. Mx2 plus Nx1 by M plus N, M by 2 plus N by 1 by M plus N. Use that. Simplify it. See, again you just do your calculations, right? -16 and -6. -16 minus 6 is what? -22. -22 by 7, comma, there. 4, 6, 24 minus 15. 24 minus 15 is 9 by 7. So -22 by 7, comma, 9 by 7 is the point where that internal bisector is meeting the side BC. So to find that we need the ratio. To find that ratio, we need to use vertical angle bisector theorem. According to that theorem, this ratio BD by DC is equals to AB by AC. And how you know AB by AC? By using distance formula. Okay, you need to apply a plan to find that D. Okay, have a look. So look at the problem. In a triangle ABC, BC is equals to 2AC is given. Then internal and external bisectors of angle C meet AB at D at E. Then we need to find out AB. Okay, as I said, the problem is bit logical and it involves with many concepts related to bisector theorem as well as harmonic conjugates, and it needs initially a rough sketch. Okay, first of all, look at the problem. I am going to give you the rough sketch. The problem is related to triangle ABC, so you just take the triangle ABC, and it says that internal and external bisectors of angle C. So we need to look angle C separately. So keep it. This is C and this is A. This is E. This is B. Okay, ABC. Now, as they said, BC is 2 times of AC. So I don't know AC. For suppose if that AC is some, you may take B opposite to vertex B. So AC length is B. Then this BC length is 2 times of AC, 2B. So this is used. This is used like this, B and 2B. BC is 2 times of AC. Happy. And then the question is saying, you need to identify that the internal and external bisectors of angle C meet AB at D and E. So if you sketch the internal bisector of C, it will meet at D, and the coordinates of D are given -1, 5. Actually, for the previous problem, these two we know and we found that D actually. But for this problem, this D is given and the question is asking us to find this A and B. D is -1, 5. So next thing is E. Look at E. What is that E? See, external bisector of angle C meet AB at E. So you need to locate external bisector of angle C. So already we discussed in the theory. Okay. So what is that external bisector? When you extend it here, you will get an angle, and that angle is considered as external angle. When you sketch its bisector, that bisector will meet that AB at some point. You may call it as E, and whose coordinates are -4, -3. Okay. So D is given, E is given, A and B you need to calculate. So as per vertical angle bisector theorem, we know this D is dividing AB in the ratio of these two sides. So B and 2B. So what is the ratio? B by 2B, which is 1 by 2. So first of all, as we discussed in the previous problem, by vertical angle bisector theorem, we know that AD by DB here, okay, the ratio of these two parts is equals to the ratio of these two sides is equals to, okay, AC by BC, and that is B by 2B, that is equals to 1 is to 2. This ratio is 1 is to 2. Since this ratio is 1 is to 2, as we know D and E are harmonic conjugates, so E also divides. Okay, already I mentioned you at the harmonic conjugates concept. What it is? See, this internal bisector meeting point D, external bisector meeting point E, both are harmonic conjugates of AB. Okay, right. Now, since D comma E are harmonic conjugates of the line segment AB, then what will happen? AE divided by BE, okay, AE divided by BE is again of the same ratio, okay. D divides AB in the ratio 1 is to 2. So this is also of the ratio 1 is to 2 only. Since that ratio is 1 is to 2, this is also 1 is to 2. That means AE BE ratio is 1 is to 2. So AD by DB is 1 is to 2. Since E is harmonic conjugate, AE by EB also 1 is to 2. That means the distance from E to A is somewhat nearer than to B. So and that's why instead of considering that B this side, better if you consider this part. Okay, no problem. Okay, an external bisector is possible in both the directions. Okay, as I sketched this side, but this AE by BE is equals to 1 is to 2 is suggesting you need to consider external bisector this side. So draw its external bisector and it meets this AB at E. Now this part is 1 and this part is 2. AE is 1, BE is 2. Okay. So D comma E are harmonic conjugates. Since D comma E are harmonic conjugates, as we discussed it, the harmonic conjugates, at the same time A comma B are also become harmonic conjugates of DE. Okay. Yeah. So from this statement we conclude that hence A comma B are also harmonic conjugates of DE, this D and E. Okay. With the ratio. What will be the ratio? That ratio you need to mention. Okay. With the ratio, what will be the ratio? The ratio is, since it is 1:2, you may take that the ratio as, yeah, m minus n by m plus n, as we said. Okay, m minus n by m plus n. Okay, 1 minus 2 by 1 plus 2, and that is equals to minus 1 by 3. Since it is minus 1 by 3, okay, what you need to calculate? We need to calculate A and B using this D and E. So A is dividing this part in the ratio 1:3, and this B will divide again this ED in the ratio 1:3. Use that ratio concept, you use section division formula, easily you will find A and B. Okay, have a look. So instead of using harmonic conjugate, that in the sense actually if DE are harmonic conjugates of AB, A comma B also will become harmonic conjugates of DE. Okay, if you feel any confusion or difficulty related to that, leave it. So as we have AD by DB as 1:2, so D is dividing AB in the ratio 1:2. So this part is some K units, this part is some 2K units in the ratio. Again AE by BE is also 1:2. So AE, this part is some L units, and then BE, this part is some 2L units. So at the end, if you observe 2K, K and L, or if you add these three, that is equals to 2L. So 3K plus L is 2L, 3K is L, and L by K is 3 by 1. So now L by K is 3 by 1. So use that L by K to find D and A and B. Now we are thinking about A. You just look there, what is this A? So ED, A is dividing ED in the ratio L is to K. So that ratio is what? 3 by 1. Use that ratio, find A. Again, since you are going to find B, think about AD, what is the total length, and then find B. Okay, I am erasing this for the space. If you just have a look at the end what we have. So this is E, this is D, this is A, L is to K is 3 by 1, so this ratio is 3:1. E, I have minus 4 comma minus 3. D, I have minus 1 comma 5. So find A, mx2 minus 3 n by 1 minus 4 by 4 comma 3 into 5 15, 1 into minus 3 by 4, and that will give you the answer A. What is that? Minus 7 by 4 comma 3. So A is clear. Now to find B, again use the same logic. Okay, I am erasing this now. Okay, to find B, again you just think about EDB. Okay, what is that ratio? This is 2L, this is 2K. Okay, 2L and 2K. So it is dividing again in the ratio L is to K, which is 3:1. So B is dividing this ED in the same ratio externally. So this time that B is simply nothing but 3 into minus 1 minus 3 minus of 1 into minus 4 divided by 3 minus 1. Again 3 into 5 15 minus of 1 into minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1. This is B. Okay, see the problem needs somewhat your attention as well as your observation. Okay, have a look.